Assalamu alaikum to all my viewers. How to worship Allah. The most important thing in worship is sincerity. We should worship Allah with the intention of seeking His pleasure and His reward. The worship of Allah is the purpose of our existence. It is the way we connect with our Creator and fulfill our obligations to Him. There are many ways of worshiping Allah outwardly and inwardly. We should listen and understand these things carefully before worshiping Allah. If we listen and understand these things carefully, we will be able to worship Allah in the right way. First, we will talk about the 5 pillars of Islam. The 5 pillars of Islam: prayer, fasting, Zakat, Hajj and the word of shahadat. The 5 pillars of Islam are the basis of our worship. These are the essential habits that every Muslim must follow to be a true believer. Number 1. The word of martyrs. Martyrdom is the first and fundamental pillar of Islam. Shahadat means, I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship but Allah, and indeed Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Shahada is both verbal and emotional. Verbal testimony means that a person speaks these words with his mouth, and heart testimony means that a person believes these words from his heart. Number 2. Prayer. The second pillar of the 5 pillars of Islam is prayer. Prayer is an important form of worship that is an important way to connect with and praise Allah. There are 5 prayers that every Muslim should perform daily. The prayer is offered in 5 times. Far, early in the morning. Afternoon, Asr, noon. Maghrib, evening. Isha, night. Number 3, Zakat. Zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Its literal meaning is purity and growth. From a religious point of view, Zakat is a financial act of worship that is obligatory on every Muslim who has the power to withdraw 1/40th of his wealth, i.e. 2.5%. And to be paid to the poor, needy, orphans and needy. The main purpose of Zakat is to help the poor, contribute to the social welfare of the rich and provide sustenance to the deserving. Number 4, fasting. The 4th of the 5 pillars of Islam is fasting. Fasting in the month of Ramadan is called fasting. Fasting is an important act of worship in which Muslims abstain from food and drink and sexual intercourse from dawn to sunset. Fasting helps a Muslim to control his self and remember Allah. It helps a Muslim to practice his faith and develop self-awareness in worldly life. Number 5, Hajj. Hajj is the 5th pillar of Islam, and it is obligatory upon Muslims. Hajj is an act of worship performed by Muslims to seek Allah's pleasure and strengthen their faith. Hajj is a very important act of worship, and it is a great occasion for Muslims. During Hajj, Muslims from all over the world gather and express their faith in Allah. Hajj is an experience that brings Muslims closer together and helps them learn more about their religion. Apart from the 5 pillars, there are many other ways of worshipping Allah. Here are some examples. Recitation of the Qur'an. The Qur'an is the word of Allah, and reading it with understanding is the best way of worshipping Him. Dua. Asking Allah for help and guidance is a form of worship. Dawah. Conveying the message of Islam to others is a way of worshipping Allah and helping to guide others to the right path. Serving society. Helping others and making the world a better place is a way of worshipping and pleasing Allah. Here are some tips for worshipping Allah with sincere intentions. Keep the intention pure. We should worship Allah with the intention of His pleasure and His reward. We should not worship Him for any other reason, like for show or to gain something from Him. Be humble. We should worship Allah with humility and reverence. We must remember that we are nothing compared to Him and we are all His servants. Result. Worshipping Allah is a journey, not a destination. This is something we should strive for throughout our lives. The more we worship Allah, the closer we will be to Him. May Allah grant us all the ability to worship in the best way. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned for more great content. Goodbye.